Hello, everyone. So for my final paper, I will be doing a study on the gender differences in how autism spectrum disorder, otherwise known as ASD, is presented. The problem is that girls are often misdiagnosed because they do not fit the DSM-5 criteria for ASD. According to the peer-reviewed articles that I have read thus far, the primary reason is because girls with ASD present very differently from boys. So, my hypothesis, or my main claim, is that girls with ASD do in fact present different traits than boys with ASD. To determine if my hypothesis is valid, I conducted an observational study analyzing 5 males with ASD and 5 females with ASD on YouTube. To provide variety so that I could evaluate the different ways ASD could be presented, I watched 2 interview-style videos for each gender and 3 monologue-style videos for each gender. Then, through general coding, I assessed 8 ASD traits gathered from the DSM-5. In order to code effectively, coding categories were defined using the DSM-5. For example, according to the DSM-5, a common ASD trait relative to eye contact is when a person shows little or inconsistent eye contact, or they have the inability to coordinate their eye contact with their gestures. In comparison, someone who is neurotypical would likely display normal or non-ASD traits, like having the ability to sustain eye contact and can easily focus their attention on a speaker. Now, using the coding category, those who displayed ASD traits were coded as AT, while those who did not display ASD traits were coded as NAT. As you can see in the table, I also gathered other information that I thought might help to substantiate my claims, such as the participant's age of diagnosis, video length, and interests. Although I have a lot more data to analyze, just by looking at this quick bar graph, you can see that the data supports my claim that girls with ASD present very differently than boys with ASD, particularly when using the traits defined in the DSM-5. For instance, 100% of the males showed ASD traits when it came to eye contact, sharing emotions, and use of gestures, while 0% of the females showed ASD traits in the categories of tone of voice, body posture, and facial expressions. I think my methodology and these data will help me when writing my final paper. Thank you so much for listening.